This is old Splash, old Splash, old Splash, old Splash. How y'all doing? Look here, I'm finna head to the stove, okay? I'm finna head to the stove. Let me tell y'all something what happened to me the other day. Well, not on the other day, on my one of my social pages. The stud chick come in and she say, "Damn, look at old." I say, she say, "Look at that wannabe stud. Look at that wannabe stud looking film." You know, just some kind of little comment she made. And she looked, I think she was about 15, 16 years old. I don't know. She seemed to be young. But the point I'm making is, let me tell you what happened to me. My grandbaby was born. My grandbaby was born, and through the course of him growing up and making sounds and everything, he called me granddaddy. He said, "Grandpa." And I looked at him. I said, "Grandpa?" I said, "I'm not your grandpa, boy. I'm your grandma." You know. So I thought it was kind of unfair for him to be coming into this world, and when there's a male species and there's a female species, and he at his young mind can't differentiate between the two. It's not fair to him. Whatever I want to do with my life and however I want to dress and however I want to look like is my business. But is it fair to take a young mind that's developing and have them thinking that what looks like a man, walk like a man, talk like a man, ain't no man? You know, it ain't no man. So what that did to me, I said, "Oh no, I can't have my grandbaby up there calling me granddad." So what I did, I let my hair grow out a little bit, kept my top and side fade short, you know what I'm saying? And I let my hair grow so he can see that I am a female, a woman, a grandma, not granddad. You understand? What I want to do in whatever role or whatever title or label, whatever the fuck I want to do, is my business. But it's not to me. Then this just goes with me. Everybody do their thing different. But I didn't want to subject what I was into confusing his mind or what he think he see. You know, I'm a stud, and I'm finna get to that in just a few minutes about these labels. I'm a stud, and I'm an aggressive lady. If you hit this car, I'm gonna have to do something to you. But anyway, I was saying that I'm gonna go and break these labels down. Label is a visual. Labels are a visual of what a person's interest is. Let me say that again. People bitching and moaning about these goddamn labels. You understand? Oh, why are these people doing this labels? I don't know why they're doing labels. Labels is not what you see is not always what it is. You know, you could see a woman that's dressed up like a stud and she's more feminine than a femme. Now she look like a stud, but she might act like a femme. So again, I'm gonna say this: labels is to visual identify the image of a person. You understand? If somebody was to say, "Hey man, Splash coming to Houston," they say, "Well, what is Splash?" If they say, "Well, she a stud," well, immediately they're gonna have a visual of what they think I look like. What I look like right now, I may look like a femme to everybody. You understand? So if they say I'm a stud and I'm looking the way I'm looking, now I'm looking like a femme, but I'm a stud. You understand? So people can look at me and say, "She's a femme," but I'm not no femme. But see, when you say she's a femme, they're gonna get a visual of what I look like. They're gonna see. They're gonna envision a feminine-looking woman, a girl-like looking woman, girly dressed-looking woman. That's when you say she's a femme. So they visually see me and say, "Oh, she's a femme," but I ain't no motherfucking femme. But here, this is my point. Labels only gives you a visual identification of what the outer appearance of a person is. That's all labels is. They could easily say I'm a femme. They label me a femme. Ain't nothing about me a femme. You understand? Ain't nothing about me as a femme. So I'm gonna say leave the motherfucking labels alone. Leave them labels alone. They not hurting nobody. They only to visual to give you a visual appearance of what a person look like. You got those people that say, I'm just me. I'm just me. God damn, that girl got an ass that's 3 blocks long and it still ain't caught up with her. Oof. Anyway, look, they say I'm just me. Okay, I'm just me, meaning that if somebody else come to me and say, Splash, this lady want to meet you and she's interested in you, and I'm like, okay, what's she's all about? Who is she? Well, she's Tammy. I said, okay, what's she doing? She film, STEM, or a chim, or trim? What is she? Well, she just me. She's a just me. See, I need confirmation. You know, those just me's. That's okay. Nothing wrong. What you into and how you do what you do, you do. But this is an LGBT community and we're attracted to certain things. I'm not attracted to a just me's. And I'm not attracted to studs. I seriously just like me some film girls. You know what I'm saying? And I heard people say, well, you know, man, but Splash is all right, but I heard some film women say, well, she's a little too butch for me. She's a little too butch for me. Okay, well, that's what I'm saying. Everybody is attracted to different types of women, and that's what the labels help out with. It gives you a visual identification of who that woman is. So that's why I just took that moment to break the labels down, because like I say, I got this little old message from a little old young stud. You youngsters need to respect your old school, because I'm old school. I'm way back from the day. I'm an OG with mine. But again, when my grandbaby called me grandpa, I'm like, man, I'm like, no, nigga. Baby boy, I am not grandpa, I'm grandma. I'm grandma, and I love being a grandma. So I said to myself, I couldn't correct him every time he called me grandpa, because he's going by what he visually sees. He's going by what he sees and what his mind knows in this society what's to be grandma and what's to be grandpa. I didn't want my grandbaby to be confused like that. He don't deserve that. And that's the way it is with me. Now, everybody can handle their image and their identity on how they feel fit for them. But I say this, when you start getting involved with having children, having grandchildren, or having a family and children are involved, you got to remember that you have to do respect for those kids too. It ain't all about you, and it ain't all about having your preference be about your identity. My preference is not about my identity. I just happen to love wearing my short hair and wearing my cuts in my hair and dressing up in male clothes and swagging out. I love that shit. I mean, it gives me a sense of freedom. You understand? Because I don't feel boxed in by wearing certain type of clothes. I feel relaxed and comfortable in male clothes. Now, I would never put on a dress, but as far as I go, as far as identifying myself, is my hair. This long ponytail right here, this dread, since I have created it, they've been filming the shit out of me. Oh, Splash film, Splash getting soft, Splash filming out. No mistaking a motherfucking thing. Splash ain't filming out for nobody. But I would film out for my grandbaby. You goddamn straight. I'll do a film image for him all day long. Because I'll say this again, for me, I'm not trying to dictate anybody else's life. For me, I want my grandbaby to grow up to know that this is a male and this is a female in my household. I want him to know that grandma is a girl. Grandma is a woman. I don't want him growing up saying grandma is a grandpa. That doesn't work for me. I want a balanced, healthy environment. And as he get older and he know grandma like to play with little girls, grandma like to play with women, that's a horse of a different color. But I don't want to confuse his mind with imagery when he's think is supposed to think that is a male. I don't want him to be confused where like, yeah, grandma looks like a man, or grandma looks like a grandpa, but that's my grandma. He's black, mixed, whatever. He got enough shit in this world to deal with, and he definitely don't need to be at his growing age of development to try to figure out why grandma look like a guy and I can't call her grandpa. Not in my house. Not with my G. And as he get older and start developing, he'll see little boys that switch and talk like little girls. But he'll say, that little boy act like a little girl. Or he'll see little girls who's running footballs as hard as he is and climbing trees as tough as he is and doing things damn near more better than he is, then his mind can be able to transform. But for it to be in his own household, dealing with his own immediate family, which is me, grandma, well, damn, he don't need that. So I'm just saying, about the little message the little stud girl sent me. No, ain't nothing feminine about Splash. Splash do not like studs. And I am not a femme, and I'm not trying to be a femme. I'm just creating an image that would be a more educational and more understanding to my grandbaby. And when you get to the point where you a woman and you can't bow down and try to conform to an understanding with your kids, then I don't know what to tell you. It's just the way it is with me. This what I'm doing, the way I'm doing what I'm doing may not be for everybody. It may be some studs that say, "Damn, Splash, you don't femmed out." Nah, femmed out. If I'm femming out, what that means? That I'm attracted to studs? Nah, I'm doing a more casual look for my grandchild. He's my heart. Okay, so let's get that straight. And if you've been seeing me looking this image lately, and it's all because I got a brand new grandbaby. He just turned 2, and I'd start transforming my look about a year ago when he started talking, and when he called me grandpa, and now he calls me Yaya. He know Yaya is a girl. He know Yaya is a woman. He knows the difference between Yaya and uncle and grandpa. So that makes me very, very happy, because I didn't want him to grow up and call me uncle or grandpa. When I'm walking with his uncles, or I'm walking with his grandpas and things, he think we all men. I don't want that perception in his head. I want him to have a healthy mental thought process, and so that's pretty much what's going on with me. Yeah, so I'll stay tuned. Stay tuned, guys. I just want to drop that line to you. That, I had that come in my inbox today, and I'm gonna say this: anytime we get so caught up in our images where we cannot accommodate, and that's what I'm doing, accommodate just to educate our children. Not to say if you just, this is my way of doing it. In any other way anybody else is doing it, it doesn't matter. It's right. It's right because it's right for you. And when it's right for you, it doesn't matter what nobody else thinks. But for me, my grandbaby, this is for me. This is for me. He takes my little hair and he plays with it, and he gets my little hair and he brushes it, and it makes me kind of happy, But he see the image. He see the short hair in the front and the dreads in the back, and that does not deter his way of thinking. It's just long as Yaya have some type of identification where she is Yaya and Yaya is Mama. So that's what this is all about. So now your old splash is not getting weak. Your old splash is not leaving. Your old splash is not going nowhere. It's just that sometimes we have to remember to be family. We have to remember to be grandmas and not grandpas, and remember to put whatever our interests to the side for the sake of the children and raise our children, and give them a head start in understanding things and not force things on them. Okay, so I'm out of here. I got to run into the store and get some things. I'm gonna holler back at you guys in just a few. We're gonna talk a little bit today. I'll be back on the camera and everything. So you guys take care. Okay. Peace.